What does it mean to live in a market economy? It means you have the power. It's an economic system built on the idea that ordinary people, not the government, should make the economic decisions. Essentially, the means of production, the factories, the land, the tools, are owned by private individuals and companies. When you go to the store, you decide what to buy. When a company decides what to make, they're responding to people like you. This reliance on individual freedom and ownership is why we often call it capitalism. The market economy stands on three sturdy pillars. The first is private property, which gives you the right to own and control your stuff, from your bicycle to your home. Second is freedom of choice. You are free to choose your job and what to spend your money on, and businesses are free to choose what to produce. Finally, the system needs competition. Businesses have to constantly fight for your dollars, and that fight keeps the entire system honest and dynamic. Imagine trying to build a really nice treehouse on land you don't own. You wouldn't invest time or money in it because someone else could take it away. That's why private property rights are so crucial. When you legally own something, you have the incentive to take care of it, improve it, and invest in it. This legal protection, often backed up by contracts, is what allows businesses to invest in new equipment and individuals to save up for big purchases. The fuel that runs the market engine is self-interest. This isn't a bad thing. It simply means that when you go grocery shopping, you look for the best deal and the best quality for yourself. Meanwhile, the grocery store owner is motivated by the desire to make the most profit for themselves. When millions of consumers and producers act in their own self-interest, the overall result is a massive, highly efficient economy, as everyone is striving to be the best at what they do. Competition is like the system's police force. If a business starts charging extremely high prices for a simple t-shirt, what happens? Another business will jump in and sell a similar t-shirt for less. This rivalry, or competition, forces every producer to do two things: keep their prices low and ensure their products are high quality. Without competition, one company could take advantage of consumers, but with it, the consumer always wins. Over 200 years ago, a brilliant economist named Adam Smith described the unique way markets work, calling it the invisible hand. He said that even though people are just trying to make money for themselves, self-interest, they must serve society to do it. For example, a baker wants profit, so he works hard and bakes quality bread that people want. His selfish pursuit of profit ends up providing a necessary good for the whole community. It's a powerful idea, the pursuit of individual gain leading to collective benefit. In a market economy, consumers hold the ultimate power. We call this consumer sovereignty. Think of every dollar you spend as a vote. If you and your friends spend your money on streaming video services, you are voting for those services, and producers will create more of them. If you stop buying CDs, you are voting against them, and producers will stop making them. Your spending decisions literally dictate what businesses choose to produce. Why do businesses go through all the trouble of making things, hiring people, and paying bills? The answer is the profit motive. Profit is the reward for taking a risk. It's the money left over after a business pays for all its costs, like wages and supplies. The desire to earn this profit is the biggest motivator in a market economy. It encourages entrepreneurs to come up with crazy new ideas and keeps existing businesses working hard to be more efficient. Every time you buy something, you are engaging in voluntary exchange. This is a transaction where both the buyer and the seller agree to the trade because they believe they will be better off afterward. You value the new book more than the $20, and the bookstore values the $20 more than the book. Since both parties gain, this process of free trade is the most efficient way to move goods from those who make them to those who want them. Prices are not just what you pay, they are essential signals in a market economy. If a new toy becomes incredibly popular, the price will naturally start to rise because of high demand. This high price is a signal to producers that they should rush to make more toys, and it's a signal to consumers that they might want to wait for the price to drop. Prices are constantly moving to ensure that scarce resources go to the most valued uses. While the market economy is driven by private action, there's still a limited role for government. Think of the government as a referee in a sports game. They don't play the game, but they enforce the rules, making sure contracts are honored, protecting private property, and ensuring product safety. They also step in to provide public goods like national defense, roads, and bridges that the private market wouldn't be able to provide efficiently. One of the greatest benefits of the market system is its relentless push for innovation. Because of the profit motive and competition, businesses are always searching for new, better, and cheaper ways to produce things. If a company finds a way to make a smartphone faster or cheaper than its competitors, they capture all the profit. This constant pressure to innovate is why technology, medicine, and manufacturing improve so rapidly in market economies. Every market economy needs entrepreneurs. These are the brave, risk-taking individuals who look at a problem and say, I can create a business to solve that. They are the ones who combine the factors of production, the land, the labor, the tools, into something new. Think of Steve Jobs or the founder of your favorite local restaurant. They are the ones starting new companies, creating jobs, and injecting life and new ideas into the economy. When we say a market economy promotes economic efficiency, we mean it uses its scarce resources very wisely. Because businesses want profit, they have a huge incentive to cut down on waste, produce only what people want, consumer sovereignty, and use the cheapest, most effective methods. Resources aren't sitting around unused. They are flowing quickly to where they are valued most highly, making the overall economy productive. The heart of the market system is economic freedom. This freedom allows you to choose what kind of job you want to have, which college you want to attend, and which businesses you want to support. For businesses, it means freedom to choose their products, suppliers, and methods. This extensive personal and business freedom is what unlocks so much creativity and is directly linked to higher levels of prosperity and living standards. A major challenge in a pure market system is the issue of income inequality. Because the market rewards people based on the value of their skills and the amount of capital they own, some people naturally end up with a lot more money than others. This can lead to a significant gap between the wealthy and the poor. In most mixed economies, the government tries to use taxes and social programs to slightly reduce this inequality. Sometimes a market transaction has unintended side effects on a third party. We call these externalities. For example, when a factory produces a cheap product, that's great for the buyer and the seller. But if the factory also pollutes the air, that pollution is a negative externality, a cost that the nearby community has to pay, even though they weren't part of the transaction. The market doesn't automatically account for this, which is often where government regulation is needed. Market economies are prone to economic instability. They tend to move in cycles. Sometimes the economy is booming and everyone has a job and is spending money. Other times, the economy can fall into a deep recession or depression, where people lose jobs and businesses close. This boom and bust cycle is a natural but often painful feature of a free market. Governments use tools like interest rates and spending programs to try to smooth out these extreme ups and downs. It's important to remember that the United States isn't a pure market economy. It's a mixed market economy. We have all the market characteristics: private ownership, profit motive, competition, but we also have significant government involvement. The government sets a minimum wage, enforces environmental protection, and provides programs like Social Security. This blending of freedom and regulation aims to keep the market efficient while providing a basic level of fairness and security for citizens. In summary, the market economy is a powerful, dynamic system driven by the self-interest of millions of individuals seeking profit and value. It creates choice, efficiency, and rapid innovation thanks to competition and the power of consumer sovereignty. However, it's not perfect. It can lead to inequality and instability. That's why every successful country today runs a mixed system to enjoy the benefits of the market while using the government to address the system's flaws.